Welcome to Billy Ho Sports. Thank you for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like and comment on the videos. I hope you enjoy the show. Now, let's go. Hello, Billy Ho here. We are back for another PGA Tour event. We moved past the President's Cup, which was sort of a stepping stone from the Fortinet over to now we are going to Jackson, Mississippi for the Sanderson Farms Championship. Going to Jackson. All right. Before we get started, thank you all for watching. I appreciate all the support. Shout out to the Discord, Billy Ho's Flophouse. You guys are always clutch with the great takes and the support and just all the love on Twitter. Appreciate you. Still need to get that sub game up. So if you're new to the channel, that's all I ask. Click that subscribe button and we're good to go. Leave a comment if you want. Give a like if you like. And, I won't ask for nothing else. It doesn't cost you a dime, but you know what? It's got value to me. So, Billy Ho contest will be out as soon as pricing drops Monday afternoon, and it'll be 40 players, $2 entry, and the top two get paid. Should be plenty of spots. I'm going to leave it in the description, or I will just drop it in the comment section. So no excuse. Join up. It's only $2. It's fun. Join the Discord. I might put that in there too. See if anybody else wants to get in on the action. It's a free Discord. We have a lot of fun and we do a lot of serious takes. And either everybody counts or nobody counts. I don't play favorites. I don't particularly answer anybody's questions or comments, different from anybody else. So enough said about that. Now, Jackson, Mississippi. I looked at the weather. Early looks good all week. Sunny skies, warm temperatures for this time of the year. It is Jackson. There might be some PM afternoon wind. It changes from day to day. So we will keep an eye. Follow me on Twitter, BILLYAH40, Bill Ya 40 on Twitter. I usually one thing about me, if you don't already know, when it comes to my PGA research, I take weather extremely seriously and I use multiple sites. I'll even go out there and find a local meteorologist and follow them on Twitter for the week to find out what's going on exactly for the weather. Because if there's any kind of wave advantage to be had on Thursday or Friday, I am on it. Because you're looking for every single little slight edge, even if it's the group going out first off PM Thursday. That means they're going off first AM Friday. That might be a good group. So just keep an eye on that, and we'll go from there. Now, Country Club of Jackson, and I'm going to read off a card here. Par 72, length 7,461 yards. There's only 5 holes with water in play. The fairways are Bermuda grass. The rough is a Bermuda and mixed with Zoysia grass. It's a 2-inch rough. But Bermuda and Zoysia is kind of spongy, so there could be some spots out there if there's not crowd trampling it down. If there's some puffy spots out there, your ball could drop down there and you could have a hard time getting out. But all in all, I don't believe driving accuracy this week is going to be a big deal, so not too worried about that. Greens are 6,200 square feet on average, and they feature Champion Ultra Dwarf Bermuda grass, which is just a long way of saying it's basically champion Bermuda grass. I mean, most Bermuda grass is pretty much the same. You can either putt on it or you can't. Period. So stimp meter about 12 feet, which is average. Might be depending on the weather. They did have some rain. I read like they got a ton of rain a couple of months ago, and they weren't even able to. The course was so wet they weren't able to mow the grass for a long time. So, but that was in August, so it should be pretty clear of that. But I don't think you're going to see like a rock hard, firm and fast course. Fairways are about 29 yards wide on average, which is pretty decent. I mean, it's not super generous, but it's not, bowling alley or nothing like that either. So the holes, scoreable holes, obviously there's 4 par 5s. They are long-ish. There's like a 612, a 591. There is a short par 5, but they can be reachable into for your longer hitters. I'll get to that in a minute. There are some real scoreable par 4s, some sub 400. There are 6 holes from 400 to 450. And then there are some holes 450 and beyond that are like toward the 18th, the last couple of holes on the course that will challenge you. The number one hole, I think 18 is about like the hardest. Overall, the course is technically a birdie fest. It's a par 72. The winning score is somewhere at or over 20 under par. So keep that in mind for the winning score. And now we are going to take a look at some skill sets. So with this video dropping a little early, I wanted to get this out there for you. Shame on you, Fantasy National Golf Club. I really love the site. I've been a member for, I went off and on for a long time, back to probably 2019 or so. But I've been a steady member for well over a year since I've gotten more serious about this. But I just think that you have to get the field loaded when the field comes out. The field always comes out like Friday by 5 p.m. You need to have your name in the hat, things of that nature. So they really shouldn't be Sunday before you get in the field for the following week out. So I'm really disappointed in Fantasy National. So not shout out this week. I'm kind of pissed. I had to get on them a couple of weeks ago for the Fortinet just to get the field loaded for that one. So you shouldn't have to at or tweet or message these sites that you pay for. It's bullshit. So enough said. That's my little rant. But skill sets I'm looking at, obviously strokes gained off the tee, always important. The last 3 winners were second, third, and fourth in off the tee strokes gained. Strokes gained approach is always in play. I'm putting more emphasis on 100 to 150 because there are a lot of wedges. Like I said, those scoreable par 4s. And there are instances on these long par 5s where guys will lay up to that sweet spot of 100 yards out. Then greens gained is always one of my favorite stats, but this week I don't know if I'll go full bore on that or not. But like I said, the 6 par 4s for 400 and 450. So I have that in here. I have par 5 scoring, and I have strokes gained putting. So if and when they get the field loaded, I will probably do a mixed condition model with Bermuda putting over like the last 50 rounds. And I'll do like the last 6 months on a lot of this other stuff. Maybe the last 50 rounds on DK points to see who's, putting together good rounds and whatnot. The course breakdown, like I was telling you, here's just a quick look. You can see in the green, we got a 411, a 418, this 591, like I said. The par 3s, I don't really look at as but much of birdie holes. Get your par and get out. And I think most golfers think that as well. But like I said, the ones that are longer than 450 are the hard ones. And the long par 3, obviously, 2 long par 3s. 449. The hardest holes on the golf course are 16 and 18. But then you got some good holes in here. Par fives. See, they're somewhat challenging. Some of the par fives you get in Birdie Fest are 50%, 52%. 40% is the highest one, 591. So that's only 25% on 612. So that's pretty challenging. But like I said, those par fours are scoreable. So you got 330 there. That might even be drivable. I think depending on where they put the tee box at. So keep that in mind. And as far as the players go, like I said, we don't really have too many. We don't have the players loaded, and I don't want to sit there and sift through a bunch of BS and try to guess players. But what I will tell you as I close out the show is I am looking for bomb and gouge types, bomb and putt types, your Wyndham Clarks, your Taylor Penn. I don't know if any of these guys playing in the President's Cup this week will run them back. I kind of skimmed down the field that came out on RotoWire, and it is a lot of the new guys, a lot of the Corn Ferry guys, the Benny Ons, the Hayden Buckleys, that kind of group. So it's going to be tough to weed out. This might be one of the worst Sanderson Farm fields. I'm not 100% sure Burns is going to be back to defend because I don't recall seeing his name on there. So we'll have to see when the actual field gets loaded, and I'll give some updates on Twitter on early looks at players. So be sure to follow me. The name Billy. That's Billy AH40 on Twitter. And I really appreciate you watching. Remember, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And next video will be out earlier this week. Will be the DraftKings show. Don't forget the Billy Ho contest. The NFL contest is still going on every week. I'd like to start getting that thing filled. So pay attention out there, you guys. I got NFL content. We talk NFL. It's the most popular sport in America. So come on, America, get it done. And until the next show, we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.